Nah, it doesn't work like that. This is not Nollywood, this is Nollywood, this is not Bollywood. This is real life, and in real life, trust me, things take time. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Racheal B Akinnola, and on this channel I film about relationship, lifestyle and faith. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Drop your comment when you're done watching this video, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And just in case you're not new, just in case this is your first time of watching, you are also welcome. Now, to everyone watching this video, are you sure you've seen the previous video? To those that are new, I guess that is a no. So be sure to check the previous video, because this video is a continuation of what I said in the previous video. If you've not seen the video, the link is right here, and make sure you watch that video before coming back to watch this one. So yes, if you've not seen that video, there is no way you are going to get what I am going to be saying in this video. So kindly hurry back to that video, go and check that video out before watching this one. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about the healing methodologies. You know, in the last video we talked about the reasons why people cheat, and I was able to give like I think 4 or 5 reasons, and I promised to come back with the healing methodologies, because I feel like if you've been cheated on, then you definitely need to get over it. So without wasting too much of our time, guys, we're just going to dive right into the video. Once again, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Drop your comments, that is very, very important. I would love to hear what you think. Drop your comment and endeavor to share this video. Now let's dive into what we have today. Okay guys, the first step to healing is understanding that it is not about you. If you've seen the previous video, then by now you must actually get where I'm coming from. You know, looking at the reasons why people cheat, trust me, it is not about you. Now let us take it one after the other. Just in case your partner cheated because of maybe for sexual satisfaction, and you're feeling like, oh, it is about me because maybe I didn't let him do the do and all that, even though I stated it in the previous video that even if you are done the done, if you are done the done, trust me, if your partner still want to cheat, they will cheat. So there is no justification whatsoever. It is not about you. So now let us now say, okay, maybe it's a celebrate relationship. Have you forgotten that this person signed up for it? Like, you agreed to be in a celebrate relationship, so why should you cheat? So trust me, it is not about you. And just in case your partner cheated, maybe for the varieties, like, you know, I want to eat amala, eat rice, eat all sort of things, do you also know that it is not your fault? Why? Because you cannot be varieties. You cannot have multiple personality. You cannot have multiple body shape. You cannot have multiple things. Like, you cannot have everything. Trust me. No matter how perfect you think you are, no matter how dope you think you are, no matter how beautiful you think you are, you cannot have it all. You will always lack one or two things. So it is left for your partner to be satisfied with what they have. So trust me, I don't want to drag this issue of understanding it is not about you too much, but I believe that with these 2 examples you must have gotten that it is not about you. Because if you understand this, if you're convinced that it is not about you, then getting over it will be very, very easy for you. But if you're not, you will keep battling with your self-esteem. You keep questioning yourself. You keep wondering why you are even alive. You know, you keep wondering why you were even created, because you will feel lesser of yourself. You feel betrayed. You will just feel all sort of things. It is okay to actually feel betrayed. I'm not saying, oh, you make you understand that you will no longer feel betrayed. No, I am not saying about. I am saying, if you understand that it is not about you, then the hurt, the pain, the everything will be minimal. Then getting over it will be easier for you, because you will understand that you don't have to battle with your self-esteem. You don't have to build anything. It is not about you. Then the second to that is forgiveness. This must sound very, very weird, like, oh really, you want me to forgive after what they did? Yes sis, yes brother, you have to forgive. See, let me tell you something. If someone should do something to you and they are holding on to it and you're not letting go, like you don't want to forgive that person, trust me, it is going to be your own problem. Like, it is going to be your burden, it's going to be your cross, it's going to be something you will keep suffering for, something you've not done. Have you forgotten that you were not the one that cheated? They cheated on you. So let this person go, forgive them. As much as it is going to be very difficult for you, I understand how difficult it is to forgive someone that cheated on you, but you just have to do it. Now that you've understood that it is not about you, it's high time you forgive the person. Forgive them, understand that it is not about you, and forgive them. If you do not forgive them, you cannot move on. You cannot. No matter how hard you try, you cannot move on. So you have to forgive the person that cheated on you. Mind you, forgiving the person does not mean you will forget it, but it is a gradual process thing. I know some people that, it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years since they cheated on them, and they've not gotten over it. Trust me, you are just suffering yourself, holding on to things that does not have any weight. Because to me, I feel like it doesn't have any weight. They've explained yourself, or maybe you caught the person and you've understood that it is not about you. Maybe you've even broken up, but yet you've not forgiven the person. Who are you suffering? You're suffering yourself. So you have to forgive the person. Have a clean state of mind towards them. Have a clean state of mind. It is going to be very difficult for you, but if you really want to heal, if you want to get over it, then you really have to have a clean state of mind. Then the thought to that is, be deliberate about moving on. Be deliberate about moving on. Make sure you are really, really deliberate. See moving on as something that you have to do. It is your responsibility to move on, so see it as a deliberate action. Make sure you really want to move on. Be deliberate. Do all that you can. So guys, the next to that is loving yourself. If you look at the things the methodologies I've been listing, you realize that these things are actually collaborating, like they're working hand in hand. After you must have understood that it is not about you, you forgiving the person, you deliberate about moving on, then you really have to love yourself. Love yourself, embrace yourself. Like I said, when someone cheats on you, it makes you question your self-esteem, it makes you think you're not enough, it makes you think you've done something wrong. And now that you've understood that it is not about you, because see, let me quickly ship something in. When I was talking about understanding that it is not about you, there is something I didn't talk about. If for adventure, maybe in your partner's case, the person had to cheat because you guys drifted apart, and the person just had to cheat, and you've been convinced that, oh, okay, maybe it's because we drifted apart, or maybe it's because you were toxic. I don't want to make this thing one-sided. Maybe it's because you were toxic, or it's just your fault. Like, maybe you did something, maybe you pushed him away. I want you to understand that it is still not your fault. Even if you're toxic, even if you pushed the person away, even if you're that bad person, it is still not your fault, because this person has the option of leaving the relationship. You don't have to cheat. That is one thing I want people to understand. You do not always have to cheat. Cheating is not an excuse. Cheating is not going to be like your escape zone. It's not your escape zone. It is not the escape zone from a toxic relationship. If you're in a toxic relationship and you can no longer do it, then end the relationship, for God's sake. I see no reason why you should cheat. So this is why cheating will never be about you. So back to what I was saying. So I said you should love yourself, embrace yourself. Love yourself. It is not about you. Just love you for who you are. And if there is anything you need to work on it. Not because you want to impress the person, not because you're trying to make a good remark, not because you're trying to make the person feel, oh, this person is actually a very nice person. You just doing it because you're trying to better yourself. It has nothing to do with the person. It has nothing to do with what happened. It has nothing to do with anyone. You deliberate about it. You loving yourself. You are developing yourself for yourself. There is a video where I talked about loving yourself and how to develop self-love. If you've not seen that video, I think you should check it out. It is right here. Then the next to that is having a closure kind of conversation. Now, this part is not for everyone. Having a closure kind of conversation. I believe we all know what closure kind of conversation is. You can actually do this if the wound is still very fresh. Then you can have the closure kind of conversation, because I realized that when someone cheats on you and you don't get to understand how it happened, or you don't just know the details, trust me, it end up haunting you, because on the long run you keep questioning yourself. Okay, how did it happen? When exactly did I go wrong? Like, what exactly is the matter? You understand? You just want to know. That is why it is advisable to have a closure kind of conversation. Though some people will tell you, no, you don't need a closure kind of conversation. It has nothing to do with you. Just accept it. If they cheated on you, accept it and walk out of the relationship. I personally feel like if you can have a closure kind of conversation. Now, this closure kind of conversation has its own merits and demerits. What are the merits of having closure kind of conversation? You get to understand the reasons, you get to understand everything, you get to hear the details, you get to know what you got to know. You just get to understand everything. You don't have to start figuring anything out on your own. But what are the demerits? These things tend to stick in your memory. They stick in your mental museum, and it becomes very difficult for you to even move on sometimes. Not all the time, please. Some people, when they have this closure kind of conversation, it is more or less like the foundation of them moving on. Like, no, now that I understand what you've done, now that I know the process, then trust me, you are not worth me. It just helps them to move on. But for some people, it sticks in their memory, and it becomes so difficult for them to move on. So if you cannot handle it, if you know the closure kind of conversation is going to keep creating this graphical image, this graphical video in your memory, then trust me, you don't have to go near it. But if you can handle it, trust me, if you believe you can handle it, then I feel like you should have a closure kind of conversation, especially when it is still very fresh, like when you get to find out about it. Listen to the details. How did it happen? Where did I go wrong? Let's talk about this. And when you're done, even if you're not going to keep up with the relationship, just have a closure kind of conversation. So guys, having said all of this, I have actually come to the end of the healing methodologies. I believe that if you should try these things I have listed, trust me, you're definitely going to get it. It is not going to just happen in a day, like you just begin to understand everything in a day, you just forgive in a day, then you have this conversation in a day, then you love yourself, then you just suddenly wake up one morning and you begin to stay deliberate, like you just grow this deliberate feeling about healing. No, it is not going to happen in a day. It is a gradual process. So just in case maybe you're trying to like get over a hurt, or you're trying to get over the fact that your partner cheated on you, and you've seen this video and you're still not relieved up until now, trust me, you don't have to bother yourself. Not bother, Rare. Calm down. It is a gradual process. It is something that is going to take time. Trust me, some people don't even heal for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So yes, it is a gradual process. That is why I listed in the methodology that you have to be deliberate about healing. Be willing to heal so that you can heal. So having said that, guys, I have officially come to the end of that session. Now there is an additional session to this, though I didn't talk about it in the intro, but I'm just going to chip it in right now. There's an additional section because after filming the previous video, I realized that there are actually some set of people that have cheated, not because they want to do it, but as a result of the circumstances, and they've been trying to like get their partner back. Now I am also here for you, just in case you're one of those people. This doesn't mean I am trying to encourage you. This doesn't mean what you've done is all good, but because I have seen that you've repented, like you're trying to get the person back, now I am willing to help you. These are the stages to getting your partner back, and please, you have to understand that if you should try these things and it is not working for you, don't come back to point fingers at me. I'm just, I cannot tell you that, okay, I've tried these things and it worked, this, that. No, these are just random things I just thought about. So the number one thing is let this person grieve. Let them grieve. You see, this is the mistake most people make. When you've cheated on someone and you're coming to tell them, you're confessing your sin, maybe it's by mistake, it's not something you want, and you still want your relationship, and this person is so angry, insisting on the breakup, sort of things. All of a sudden, you just, as a cheater, you just get angry. You flare up like, oh, if you love me, then you should be able to endure. If you love me, then you should do this. If you love me, this shouldn't happen. If you love me, you should be understand. Understand what? Let this person grieve like you cheated on this person. You shouldn't expect this person to pamper you, embrace you. For what? Some people will say, okay, after all, you pushed me outside. After all, it's a celebrate relationship. What am I supposed to do? My hands were tied. Your hands were what? Or maybe, oh, I found myself in a unpleasant condition. What am I supposed to do? Come on, the Bible said you should flee from all forms of evil. You should flee. Come on. I feel like cheating is a choice. It is more of a choice than whatever you think it is. So yes, don't even come back to play the turning table game. You have to understand that it is going to take time for this person to get over the fact that you cheated on them, like you betrayed their trust. So please let the person grieve. Number two, be as transparent as you can be. See, you have to understand that the deed has been done. You've done it, and if you still want your partner back, come out plain. See, there is no need to start mincing words, like, trying to like hide some things, especially when the person is trying to have a closure kind of conversation. Be plain, be as transparent as you can. If the person still wants you back, if the person wants to take you back, they will take you back. If they don't want to take you back, they will not take you back. So please, you don't have to hide anything. Like, you've been caught, there is a court. It is not left to you to be transparent. Be very transparent. Please don't come and start mixing words and expect that this person is going to fall for it. Because see, just in case your partner fall for the lies you're telling the second time, there might be another court. And when there's another court, how do you expect them to trust you? So please, you have to be transparent, be as plain as you can. Then the third thing you should also do is to stay away from the person. You cheated on your partner and you're still keeping the person and you want them to like just embrace you. Really, it doesn't work like that. Come on, it doesn't. You cheated on your partner maybe with a friend and you're still keeping that friend, and you expect your partner to be cool with it, or just because you've confessed your sins, just because you told me you cheated, that means it's not going to happen again. Come on, if it happened once, it might still happen again. I'm not saying it is definitely going to happen, but I said it might. So you have to stay away from the person and let your partner know that, okay, me and this person are no longer together. Then the last but not the least is to tender your sincere apology. You have to apologize. You made a mistake, apologize for it. This isn't the time to start playing the blame game, like, oh, it was because you're not available, it was because of this, it was during the period we had issues, it was this, that. We do not need all of that. Make sure you tender your own biased apology and hope that your partner will accept you back. And do not forget to give it time. That is very, very important. And during the process of healing, during the process of your partner grieve and everything, make sure you stay as transparent as you can. And please, I feel like I should add this one. Do not just expect your partner to trust you back. You have to work on it. Your partners lose that interest, they lose the trust and everything in you, so you have to work for it. It's not something that you just get overnight, like, oh, just because you cried, just because you confessed, just because you said everything, just because you gave your partner the details, just because you stayed away from the person, and the person will trust you again. Nah, it doesn't work like that. This is not Nollywood, this is not Hollywood, this is not Bollywood. This is real life, and in real life, trust me, things take time. So thank you so much for watching this video, because I have officially come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, do not forget to share this video with your friends, families, loved ones, partners, neighbors, colleagues. Just share it with everybody shareable. And just in case you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, Abba now Maka, why haven't you subscribed, brother and sister? Hit the subscribe button down below. Be sure to subscribe before you exit, and do not forget to come back here next week Saturday for another Bangalistic video from your girl. Till next week Saturday, guys, my name remains Racheal B Akinnola, but you can call me Racheal. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Good. Let me show you what to do it. We go right arm up, left arm up, right arm up, left arm up. Basically, I'm basically a son. I can sell you up again. Don't you wanna dance with me? I can look like a jack. Sing a percent of the time. Sing. And you would do.